Hey, what up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you at the end of Monday Night Raw. Tonight, we got a little bit of a WWE contract signing. I never really saw him sign a contract. I don't think there was a point when I was ever not really paying attention, but when I mentioned it on Twitter that they never signed it, some people got back to me saying that they did sign it. So at some point, I was preoccupied with something else and missed this, but it was a fun contract signing. We did not get a table breakage, which normally comes with this, but they're over the 3-hour limit of Monday Night Raw. They're into the overrun. Why? You know, they did the show in 2 hours and 15 minutes every week for years. They give us the third hour, and now they're still running over that third hour. It does not make any sense to me. I know that it pulls a higher rating because people care what happens at the beginning of the Raw or the end of Raw, so they'll tune in, and USA pulls a good rating, and they get to charge some revenue dollars, and hopefully it spills over into the next television show that's going to be airing on the network. But Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar make their way out to the ring. At some point, they sign a contract. During this, Seth Rollins is reaching in under the table, and Paul Heyman confronts him, telling him to get his hands on the table, that he wants to get his hands where he can see him. Seth Rollins says, "Hey, I'm not doing anything. You know, why would I come out here with a plan?" Even though it was Kane who came to Seth Rollins, said that he had a plan for him with tonight's Monday Night Raw. Basically it was last week with J&J Security got taken out, and so did the $55,000 Cadillac got destroyed at the hands of Brock Lesnar. Kane and the Authority were looking to find some way to get the upper hand. So that way Rollins would be looking good going into Battleground. At this point, basically, Brock Lesnar got upset that Rollins was fucking around and it wasn't, focusing on him in the ring. He grabbed the table and just straight up flipped it over, exposing an axe handle underneath the table, which was Seth Rollins was trying to grab for. At this point, Brock Lesnar just starts flipping the table over, getting all upset, and just pulls the seat up to the table and looking to see what's going on. At this point, Kane makes the approach and attacks Brock. Brock and Kane get into it. Seth and Brock exchange a little bit, but it mostly goes to the outside with Kane trying to put the beat down on Brock, but Brock grabs him and just hits a big F5. After the F5, he grabbed Kane and threw him into the steps, breaking the steps up and baking him over the bottom of Kane's leg, leaving him laying. Rollins just freaking hightailed it the fuck out of it in Seth Rollins fashion, basically getting the hell out of town, which left Rollins in the ring. They were really over the overrun as it was, and Brock left, leaving Seth in the ring. And I was wondering what they were going to be doing. At any moment, I was hoping that the screen was going to fade to black. We've been seeing the show go on long enough as it was, pretty much. Two of the matches that were named that be going on during the show were used up in the first hour, and the rest of the show was, the U.S. Challenge was really good, and of course the Divas moment was going to be really memorable for a good amount of time, but we'll see. I didn't think this Monday Night Raw was spectacular. I think that Divas segment was great. The U.S. title stuff was really good. But Rollins basically starts putting all the blame onto Kane, saying that it was his fault. He's nothing because Rollins is leaving him. He said that he's a wannabe Hall of Famer. He goes over and he kicks Kane's leg, and basically says that he's going to be going into Battleground alone, with no help. So, rest in peace to Seth Rollins. He's going to have to find some way to pull this out, because I don't see Brock winning the championship, but it's going to be weird. He's an idiot. You go up against Brock Lesnar one-on-one at Battleground, not having J&J Security, not having Kane. He better have something on the back burner. Ambrose helped out Rollins, so I guess there's not going to be any sort of Shield reunion with Ambrose turning heel like we thought he was going to a few months ago. But somebody's got to be there to help him, and I don't think it's going to be Triple H. I really, really think that Triple H is going to be turning on Rollins sooner than later, but Brock is champion. I don't know. I don't even know what Brock does going into SummerSlam if he is the champion. I would guess that Roman and Bray are going to be tied up together, so you couldn't do Roman versus him. So who do you have go up against Brock, unless Cena is going to be coming out of losing the U.S. Championship? There's a lot to think about for Battleground. There's a lot to think about what's going to be going on, and I think it all revolves around the WWE Championship with Seth Rollins. But tonight's Raw, It's over and done with. Contract signing main event. We got a contract. Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar at Battleground.